Could it be possible that the motor finance industry, a titan of ambition and necessity, has been built on a foundation of greed and deception? Today we delve into the murky world of motor finance, where the rules are not just bent but broken, leaving consumers in financial ruin. Consider the case of a single mother from Birmingham. She signed a finance agreement for a second-hand car, only to discover hidden fees and surcharges that were never explained to her. This opaque contract turned her dream of mobility into a nightmare of debt. A common tale in the motor finance industry, or reflect upon the story of a pensioner from Leeds. He was lured into a contract with the promise of low monthly payments, only to be hit with a balloon payment at the end of the term that he could not afford. This financial quagmire was not an anomaly, but a standard operating procedure that systematically exploits the vulnerable. These stories reveal a disturbing pattern of systemic deceit, a gross violation of financial conduct authority rules. They highlight the need for not just corporate but personal accountability from the CEOs who have sanctioned these exploitative practices. What about the consequences of these predatory tactics? They are borne by the borrowers, often the most vulnerable members of our society. These individuals are not collateral damage of corporate greed, but victims whose rights have been egregiously violated. This highlights a judicial imperative for restitution and justice. It's time for a change. The shield of corporate structure should not absolve CEOs of personal liability for the damage they've caused. The legal system must redefine the narrative, ensuring that those in positions of power are held accountable. The fines should not just be absorbed by corporations, but should pierce the corporate veil, reaching the individuals at the top. So the question remains, how do we bring about this change? By demanding accountability from the motor finance industry, by upholding the principles of fairness and justice, by ensuring that our judgments reflect not only the letter of the law, but the spirit of protection for the public. It's time to join in a crusade against the malpractices within the motor finance industry. It's time to turn the tide. Together, we can transform the industry, enforcing stringent legal penalties against those who dare to undermine the financial well-being of our citizens. The call to action is clear. Demand accountability, demand justice, and demand change.